What is up, y'all? It's your girl Fuzz, and for today's video, I've got my top 5 mods that I'm currently playing on Stardew Valley. Let's get into it. Now, to those that want to play Stardew Valley with mods and haven't done so yet, I do have a simple to follow instruction video in the annotations and in the description below if you'd like to learn how to install mods. Okay, so one of my favorite mods in Stardew Valley is NPC map locations, which is number 5 on this list. I think this mod is super useful because let's say, for example, you're trying to find a certain Pelican Town resident and you don't know where they are because you're trying to give them a gift for that week. NPC map locations will show you exactly where that person is as soon as you open your map. This becomes super useful when you're trying to hand in certain tasks as well, such as the ones on the bulletin board or the ones that you receive in the mail. Or if you're just trying to love someone up and you want to give them a gift for the week. Everyone on my Twitch knows that I have a love-hate relationship with Robin, and sometimes she will be in her carpenter's shop and sometimes she won't. So to avoid that, so I don't have to walk into a shop and know that she's not there, is just by checking the map. So if you're someone like me, who is sometimes lazy, it can definitely work in that way. What's really cool is if you play this in solo, when you open up your map, it will freeze and it will show you the little head of the Pelican Town members wherever they are. But if you're in co-op, time doesn't slow down, so you'll be able to know exactly the walking path of each Pelican Town resident. So it's pretty cool. Number 4 is yet another dog mod. Now, to all my doggo lovers out there, you know when starting the game there are 3 doggo options that you can choose from? What if I could tell you that you could replace them with even more doggo variations? That'd be cool, right? That's exactly what this mod does. As a doggo lover myself, and a Pomeranian lover even more, this mod is the best. There are 10 different doggo options that you can choose from, and they are all adorable. Not only will it change the visual look of the dog, but it will change its animations as well, such as its walking, its sleeping, and its barking at you. You can essentially change the skin of all 3 doggos, and if you download the mod Adopt and Skin that is suggested when downloading yet another dog mod, you can have up to 3 doggos looking different, which is absolutely amazing. This mod can be installed at any times, whether you've already started a game or you're starting a new one. It will take effect as soon as you've downloaded it. It's honestly so amazing seeing my Pomeranian run around. Every time I see it sleeping, it's so adorable, and when it does its little animation, instead of it waggling its tail, it taps its little foot. Every dog has a different animation. There are so many different dogs that you can change in between, and you can switch them around at any point. So keep in mind that as a doggo lover, if you're not looking into this mod, you gotta start looking into it. If you are liking the video, just a little reminder that leaving a like will greatly support not only the video but the channel, so why not consider leaving a like? And a reminder, if you want to see more of my Stardew Valley videos, why not consider subscribing? Number 3 is Stardew Valley Expanded. After completing Stardew Valley on a few saves, I had this mod on the corner of my eye. I knew when I completed Stardew Valley to the point where I was pretty much happy with it, I wanted to download this mod. I want to read what the description of this mod is for you. The mod is described as a mod that features 26 new locations, 160 new character events, 12 new NPCs, a new village, 800 location messages, reimagined maps and festivals, a huge remastered farm map, a new world map reflecting all changes, and many miscellaneous additions. If this doesn't just scream Stardew Valley, but even more, I don't know what does. I've been playing this on stream and have absolutely loved it so far. I did download the Grandpa Farm, which is one of the maps that's suggested. It's either Grandpa Farm or the Immersive Farm, and so far I've definitely loved the Grandpa Farm. Everything is just spaced out so correctly. There's so much space for my barns, my coops, and for me to plant. The greenhouse has its own little section. There's even a shed that you can unlock that acts as a greenhouse and a cellar, and there's another little section next to the shed which I'll keep a secret. All the new NPCs added with this mod have been added so effortlessly. Each of the characters have their own personality, just like the Pelican Town residents, and it's absolutely amazing to get to know. On my playthrough, I got comfortable with a lady named Sophia who owns a vineyard just south of your farm. There's also Andy, who's the farmer for Jojama, who's an interesting character. There's even Olivia, who's a bit fancy, but she's such a cool addition to this mod. Stardew Valley has definitely expanded, so there are more areas to check, and the new character events are absolutely amazing. You get to know more about the new characters in Stardew Valley Expanded, but also Pelican Town residents as well, so it's cool to see Stardew Valley reimagined. I would suggest trying out this mod once you've tried Stardew Valley Vanilla. I mean, you could try it at any point, but it definitely adds more and it almost feels like a new game, but it's still Stardew Valley, so it's definitely worth a try if you're interested in more content. Number 2 is the Skull Cavern Elevator. Now, as someone that loves exploring the Skull Cave but hates having to start from level 1, not only can it sometimes be frustrating, but it can be very resourceful heavy. I'm essentially just going in there for iridium ore, which I'm sure a lot of people are, and I understand that that's the difficulty of the Skull Caves. They want you to work into getting as further down as you can with as many resources as you have, but as someone who's a little bit impatient and has decided to play this with mods, I decided to give this mod a go, and it's absolutely amazing. Every 5 levels offers an access to the elevator, and you can use the elevator at any time to return you to any of those 5 levels. You can go back to using the normal doorway if you want to, start from level 1, but with the mod it just makes it so simple. It's great to know that, let's say I reach level 50 and I want to return to that the elevator will give me that access, so it definitely saves a lot of time and resources, and I get to collect more iridium ore, which is essentially what I'm there for. So definitely pick this up if you're interested in exploring more of the Skull Caves, but not interested in having to start from level 1 all the time. Before I get to the last mod, if there's anything you'd like to ask, or if there's something else you want to see on the channel Stardew Valley related, why not comment it down below, and believe me, you'll see a reply from me. And number 1, drumroll please, is the mod Automate. I've recommended this quality of life mod to everyone who wants to play modded, and I'll explain exactly why, because if you do play modded and you don't download this, what are you doing? Let me explain. Most machines that you place on your farm have an action. You usually put the resources in, you wait for it to be done, and you gotta take it out. But you need to take it out and put resources back in for it to keep working, right? Now let's say there's some way that can all happen without you being there. Sounds impossible, but this mod does exactly that. Automate is so useful for every machine that you place on your farm. All you need to do is connect that machine right next to a chest, either vertically or horizontally, and boom, that machine will automatically do the work. So let's say you have a furnace down and you have a chest right next to it, put in your ores and put in your coal, the machine will pick up the ores, it'll do its work, and when it's finished, it'll put it back into the chest. If it can complete another action, it will do exactly that, which is awesome because as someone that likes to save time and head straight into the mines or likes to go fishing, but knows that I have to do so many other things before I get there, this just saves so much time. Do remember though that any items that go into the box and a machine that's connected to that all, it will pick up those items. So let's say you have a furnace and you have a preserve jar and whatnot, and you're trying to save things, anything that's put into the box will be picked up. So do keep that in mind. The mod has mentioned to work with over 40 machines. That's including kegs and casks, furnaces, preserve jars, cheese presses. Pretty much every machine that you can place on your farm works with this mod. Just place your items in that chest, let the machine do its work, and head out for the day. Come back in and everything's complete. This allows you to place more things down, so in one of my playthroughs you'll see that there are casks everywhere. As long as the machines are connected to each other and connected to a chest, this mod will work. Super useful for those who want to spend less time on their farm to go out and do other things, so just put your items in that chest and you're ready to go. Here are some other notable mods that I'm currently using that I didn't want to put on the list, but I thought I might as well mention them. Number 1 is the Simple Crop Label mod. Now at times, especially when I was playing co-op, we'd plant things all over the place and have no idea what we planted. So this mod helps identify what is currently planted in the ground. So all you need to do is hover your mouse over it, hold down right click, and it'll tell you what it is. At times with my little forgetful brain, I'd forget what I already planted, especially when I'm trying to complete the community center or just to see where my plant's currently at so I can plan for the next plant. So if you are interested in something that could identify what plants you planted and they're not fully grown yet, definitely pick this up. Another mention is the mod update menu. Now when you have this installed, you'll see that when you start up Stardew Valley, on the bottom left there is a little square that will tell you when your mods are up to date or if they need an update. Super useful for those who sometimes might forget to check Smappy when starting up Stardew Valley, because it will tell you there. But not only will this mod tell you what is out of date and what is up to date, but the ones that are out of date, there is a link that's available that you can click on and it'll send you straight to that web page so you can download the update. Definitely useful, so you're not just running around trying to find the mod. You can just click on the link and boom, it takes you straight there. Not only will it show you the mods that are up to date and need an update, but it'll also show you if Smappy needs an update, so that's definitely useful for those who want to be up to date. And that's about it for today's video, guys. Not only did I have my top 5, but I thought I'd suggest some other mods. So if you've enjoyed today's video, why not consider giving it a like? And if you want to see more Stardew Valley videos, you can definitely subscribe if you'd like. You can catch me live on twitch.tv Fuzzerino, so if you want to see me play Stardew Valley Expanded with its mods, definitely come by there. I want to thank you guys so much for the support that you guys have given me so far. It's been so fun. I will see you next time in the next video. Take care.